Hey guys, I'm sitting here on my Facebook being a fat butt and eating cookies and drinking tea, and I'm like, oh my god, what can I do? And I realized, dude, you have to make update videos of Zaiden and you're kind of behind on them. I feel like I've been busy, and honestly, I kind of have been. On last Tuesday, I had 3 cavities filled in on my right side, and that took like 2 hours to do on Tuesday. Didn't make a video then. Wednesday, I think I was lazy. Thursday at 8 p.m. I got picked up by my friend Bree, who's also a teen mom, and she's like, hey, do you want to have a sleepover? And I was like, dude, it's 8 p.m. and you're just now telling me this? And I was like, what the hell, why not? Like, we haven't seen each other since Zaiden was 6 months old. And so we had a sleepover. And then she was like, please don't go home. I'm so lonely in my apartment, because her daughter was with her parents at the time. So I spent another night. So I had a sleepover 2 days in a row, which is in his 10-month collage video where he's eating a cupcake. He's laying on Bree, and that's when that video was taken. Then I relaxed on Saturday, I believe. I had to get my agenda thing to remember what I did. The agenda of my life. So Saturday, Gavin's family came over and gave me a mini birthday party. It wasn't even his whole family. There were 3 people missing. It was just Gavin, both his parents, and one of his sisters. They came over with a card, a cheesecake, a birthday cake, and they gave me a present with a couple items mixed in, and that was really nice of them because I didn't plan on doing anything for my birthday or whatever. And they actually wanted to do at least something for my birthday. And so that's what you saw those pictures for at the end of his collage, where they brought me a cake and all that. And then Sunday I actually had my birthday, and my dad took me to Rasta Pasta for the first time. It's like a Bob Marley restaurant, and it was so delicious. On Monday I was lazy and exhausted and then went on a massive shopping trip at the commissary for my dad's camping trip that he's gonna have soon. And then yesterday I took my license test at friggin' 8 in the morning, and I passed. So I got my license. Yay! I am so excited. I already went on my first trip alone a few hours ago, actually, to go visit my old teachers from my online classes, because they supported me so much. They're like, you have to come visit us when school starts up again. We're gonna miss you and this and that. So I went to visit them, and they were so excited to see me and said they loved my extensions. They couldn't even tell that they were extensions. They just thought my hair grew massively fast or something in 3 months. And so now I have downtime, and I'm going like really insane because I've been busy for the past week and I don't like it. And I'm planning on hanging out with other moms later. So with the spare time I had right now, I thought I'd give you Zaiden updates, and I've already spoken too much in this video. So once again, I have his updates on my phone. For every time something pops in my head, I write it down in the notes section. So first, I will say, finally, like a week and a half ago, both top teeth came in, and I was stoked. Oh my gosh, for 2 months or so, his teeth have been trying to come down, because you could see like gums, and you could see the tooth starting to move down through the gums, but it just would not pop through. And finally they came out, and they're getting even bigger like every day, and I'm just like, oh my god. He's been so much better since they finally popped through. You can tell he's in less pain, but still some pain from them coming through. I call him my little hippo now, because the bottom teeth are like rat teeth where they're close together. But his top teeth are like hippo teeth, or they have space in between. So I call him my little hippo a lot when he smiles now. It's so cute, and I'll try to get photos of it, but he won't sit still. It was so hard to get the photo of his bottom teeth. So right at 10 months, his top 2 teeth came in. It was one tooth, and then a few days later, the other one started poking through. He had a fever and was just screaming, and I was like, what is going on? So I finally felt his mouth. Of course, he way objected to it and was thrashing, and I felt the sharp poke of the tooth. And I felt like jumping up and down. I was so excited because I've been waiting for these teeth to come in for months. It was exhausting. So he now has 4 teeth, 2 bottom teeth and 2 top teeth. And I'm not looking forward to more teething. It never ends. Let's see. Lately, because of his teething, his eating has been really, really weird. He decided he didn't like jar food at all. He didn't want me feeding him off of a spoon, because it rubbed against his gums. He just wanted to take bottles. And at 10 months old, bottles are not going to fill him up all day long. Finally, since I bought the baby bullet, he's been doing a lot better. It used to be bottle, solid feeding bottle for the day. And it would be 6 ounces for the solid feeding every time and 6 ounces for the liquid feeding. Now we're working back toward it. He likes real food a lot better than jar food, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the jar food I have in my closet quite yet. But he's starting to eat solid foods again, but he does not eat 6 ounces. He eats 4, which is 2 baby bullets. But I'm so glad to I'm so glad to be getting him back on track of where he should be with solid food. I'm trying to get it to be bottle in the morning, solid food, 6 ounces each time, which is 3 bullets, and then a bottle at nighttime. But right now he's playing with stuff in the kitchen. Right now it's bottle, solid food, about 4 ounces, bottle, solid food, and we usually give him whatever we're having at dinner. Like last night, we had leftover mac and cheese that I had made for lunch yesterday, so we had mac and cheese and then a bottle for nighttime again. And he didn't eat that much mac and cheese, so he's still working on the appetite thing. What do you got? He's got a bag of peanuts. So, as you guys have seen with the baby bullet, I've made sweet potatoes, I've made pears, which he did not like. Loved the sweet potatoes. I made bananas he loved. I made green beans he ate, peas he liked, and now he's got carrots in the fridge. And I'm fixing to kind of have to make more food for him. So we're getting back on track with the feeding now that his teeth have come in. As for the allergies, at his 9-month update, I swore he was allergic to strawberries, and I have figured out that it is not strawberries. He still breaks out with reactions with, what was it? I want to say peach yogurt bites or something like that. He can have anything that has milk in it or whatever, he will break out right here. I showed you guys the pictures. I think he's allergic to dairy, but my dad still swears he is not. And I want to get an allergy test on him, but I'm not sure how or when yet. So I'm avoiding dairy. Like my dad tried to give him yogurt yesterday, and I said no, don't, because that's got dairy in it. So he's eating strictly vegetables and fruits. Last night had mac and cheese, and we were eating yams, and he was eating some yams. So I'm pretty sure he's allergic to dairy. He doesn't freak out that I know of, like gets massive stomach aches. He does, however, get really bad butt rash, and I had trouble getting rid of it last time. I had to start doing oatmeal bath treatments, where you stick him in the bathtub or the sink and you soak him for half an hour, and it's supposed to help really well. My dad said with my older sister when she was younger, that was the only thing they could do to get rid of her really bad butt rashes. And finally, like 8 days later, I got rid of it. And it's still not even completely gone. It's almost like a scar that's fading. It was so bad. So I'm trying to be really careful with what he eats. I'm not giving him juice at all anymore. It's just too acidic for him, even watered down. He never drinks at all anyways. So he's strictly bottle and water baby. I've been trying to give him more water lately just to try and get him on the sippy cups. He is starting to hold with both hands on his sippy cups finally, with the two-handled one. But he doesn't know how to hold it up when he's standing or sitting. Even with his bottles, when he lays down, he likes you to prop it up with a blanket or something, and he'll just be lazy with his arms at his side and drink it, or have his hands to his face or something. He won't hold his bottle, and I'm really trying to get him to practice with that because he should be doing that by now. He is standing up. Whoops. Did we fall and bonk our head? Oh, baby. He slipped and bonked his head right as I was talking about his standing up. He is pulling up and standing on everything. Still does not stand by himself, but I've been practicing with him lately. And when he wants to, he'll do it for 5 full seconds and he'll fall to his butt. But he just prefers sitting. He's like, why am I standing? And then he'll just sit down. And I'm like, no, stand back up. And he just won't. But he can do 5 second max of standing by himself. His kissing is getting more and more intense. He's got the kissing. He's got the like open mouth, slobber all over your face kissing, and then he's got the raspberry kissing. He's doing it so much more, and he's way better for the 4th type of kissing at lip contact kissing. He knows he doesn't close his mouth, he keeps his mouth open, but he will lean in on you and I'll go mwah, and then he'll pull away too and think it's really funny. He's starting to know what the word kiss means, so I'll say give me a kiss and he will. Give mommy a kiss. Thank you. Mwah. See? At 9.5 months old, he's drinking out of a straw completely. Not sippy cup straw, but in a glass with a straw in it, drinks out of it perfectly fine. He was trying to do it for the longest time, but didn't suck hard enough, if you know what I mean, to get it all the way up the straw and into his mouth. He would give up before it got all the way up. But it's just like one day he was thirsty and I didn't have a bottle for him because he was eating solid food. And I was like, well, I guess you can try some of my water or something. And I gave it to him and he was like, and drank it and swallowed and kept drinking and then let go of the straw and was done. Sometimes he does it too fast, like he doesn't know how to let go of the straw. Sometimes he'll drink it too fast and doesn't know how to let go of the straw. So he'll like pull back and then he'll start choking as soon as the straw's out of his mouth because he swallowed wrong or something. I was at Chipotle the other day with my friend Bree when I had the sleepover, and he started drinking my root beer, and Bree looked at him like, is he drinking out of a straw? And I was like, yeah, because her 15-month-old daughter just learned it at 14 months, at a year and 2 months, and he's learned it at 10 months. So apparently, I don't know when they're supposed to learn to do that, but I think he is early on learning how to drink out of a straw. I can also take a cup and tilt it toward his mouth, and he will take a few sips and swallow. Sometimes he still drips because when he pulls away, I don't tilt the cup up, so it's like we're still working on it together, but he knows how to drink out of an open cup. But I'm not giving them to himself yet. If he can't even hold his bottle by himself, I'm not giving him an open glass. So I really got to work on him holding his own bottles, his own sippy cups, and start acting like a big boy. Because if he can drink out of a straw and an open face cup, he can do that. He says dada perfectly fine. He says it all the time just because he knows how to say it. He'll be like da 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 da. He'll say dada just to say it because it's like one of the only words he knows how to say. But when Gavin comes over, he'll be like dada. But he doesn't say daddy or papa or whatever. He just says dada. So he knows Gavin is dada, but he says dada even when Gavin's not here just because he can. He absolutely refuses to say mama. I'm like, mama, dada. No, mama, dada. Zaiden, dada's not here. Mama takes care of you all the time. Say mama, dada. I can't get him to say it. My dad has worked with him trying to get him to say it. I've worked with him. I try it every day. I'm like, mama, mama, mama. Nope. Da 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 da. No. Dada's all he says. He knows what dada means, but he also uses it for every other word that he wants to say. He knows what the word no means, because he'll cry now when I say no. He'll look at me and go, and then like lay his head down and start crying. He is starting to throw fits. You'll lay him on the floor and tell him, no, don't do that, and he'll look at you and melt on the floor and just cry. And then he'll start kicking his feet, and I'm like, stop. That is a full-on fit, and you don't need to be doing that. All I said was no. So he is definitely more attitudinal. Just within the last month, he's learning to test how far he can go, how far he can test my patience, fighting you back. Like, I'm starting to literally hold him down when I want him to do something or go to sleep, and he'll try and fight and pull away and everything, and I'm telling him, no, you're not going to boss me around. I am the boss of you. You do what I say. And so he's really started to learn how to defy what you say. He also knows what cut it out means, because I was on the phone with my sister yesterday for the first time in like ever, and I was like, Zaiden, I'm on the phone. I can barely hear. Cut it out. And he looks at me and he's like, and calmed down. And Kristen started busting up laughing. She's like, he actually knew what that meant. And I think it's because I say it a lot. I'm always like, hey, cut that out. When he's hurting me or being stupid or being loud or whatever, I'm just like, cut it out. Cut that out. So he knows what cut it out means. He knows what no means. He knows what dada means. We tried to go to a movie on my birthday, and that was a complete fail for the first time. He's been to 3 movies, never gave us trouble once. And on the 4th movie on my birthday, we tried it, and it didn't work. We had to get up and leave. Luckily, it was just a $1 theater movie, so we didn't waste our money. So movies are now out of the question. If I want to go see a movie, I'm going to have to get a babysitter. But I think to make it to 10 months is pretty good for going to the theater. What else? I'm already out of my list on my cell phone. I'm trying to think of other details for you guys. His sleeping in is getting better. He goes to bed at 8:39. He's actually starting to stay up later. When I was at Breeze, he didn't go to bed till 11 one night and 9:30 the other night, when usually he's out by 8. Last night he went to bed at 8:30 to 9. And then the night before that, it was 10:30. And he could have gone to sleep all he wanted, but no, he stayed up. And I ended up having to put him in his crib and have him fall asleep in his crib instead of falling asleep watching TV or falling asleep in my arms. So he's starting to stay up later, which I don't know if I like, because I go to bed by 9:30. But he's sleeping until 7:30 a.m. in the mornings now, and it's been that way for like 5 nights in a row, which is really, really nice, not to get up at 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. Just that extra hour and a half is so lovely. And I just went through his closet, got out all the 3 to 6 month clothing, which I think it was time since he's 10 months old. But I actually left all the 6 month stuff in there, most all the 6 month stuff, unless I knew he was outgrowing it, because he does fit into 6 month stuff, because he's not chunky in the belly like a lot of babies are these days. He's really, really thin. He's really long, so sometimes the onesies don't fit because they're not long enough, but if he's not fat, then he'll still fit in them. Like Brittany and baby's daughter Aria just switched to size 3 diapers at 5 months old because her thighs are too big for size 2. Zaiden didn't switch to size 3 until 7 months because he's just skinny. So he's actually still wearing size 6 pants, which won't fit much longer because he's a long baby. He's fitting, he doesn't really fit jackets, but he does fit onesies, and he fits pants and whatnot. And of course he's wearing 9 month clothing, but that's it. So he's still in 6 to 9 month clothing. He's getting faster and crawling when he sees you coming for him. When he sees you coming for him, he bolts away. Oh, we got a futon in his playroom. Just because I'm in there so often because he does not like me leaving him alone, that I'm stuck in that room all day. And there's only like a rocking chair in there, and I don't like sitting up all day because my back gets really, really sore. So my dad bought an $80 futon to lay down on, and it's really helped. But he knows how to crawl on it. It's not like the size of a couch that's like 3 feet off the floor. It's really, really, really low to the ground. It's only like that far off the ground, and it tilts back like that, so your butt sits and your legs go up. So it's really low to the floor, and he can climb on it. I came down from a shower one time, swore he would be on the floor crying because I left him alone, and I couldn't find him, and I was like, oh my God, where is my kid? And I go all the way down the stairs and look in the playroom, and he's sitting on the futon. Or no, he was laying down that time. He was laying down on the futon watching TV. So he climbed up on it by himself, and that was the first time I knew he could do it. And he's just like this, like laying on the couch, watching his TV, so calmly, so peacefully. And of course, as soon as he saw me, he's like, oh, playtime. So it's really funny seeing him do bigger boy stuff, if you know what I mean. Just pulling up on couches. He actually sits up on the couch with me. It's in his 10-month collage right before the pictures where he's at the park. He's sitting up on the futon like a big boy watching TV. And it just cracks me up, but again makes me sad. When I was at Breeze, she went, how old is he again? And I said 9 months. And I was like, no, wait a minute. He turned 10 months yesterday. I'm so used to saying 9 months, but he's actually 10 months old. And that was my first, hello, he's turning a year old and just 2 months old. And it was my first moment since he was born that I actually wanted to cry because he's getting older. Because normally I'm like, yeah, that's what happens, get over it. But that was my actual first moment where I was like, wow, this really is going by so fast. So he did go to the park for the first time and loved the swings. That's really all I can think about right now. I say all, like that wasn't enough. But I really try and get every detail of his life in these videos for you guys and for myself to watch in the past or in the future about the past. But right now he's crawling around on the floor. I should probably go get him before he gets in trouble. So yeah, that's his 10-month update. I'm sorry, it's like a week late. I think he's 10 months in a week today, maybe tomorrow. And he's got a baby wipe right now. He just crawled into the room. So I'll go, you guys. Be looking for more videos. I still do have ideas of videos to make. I just get really lazy. Like after I make a video and it takes a long time to edit or something, I get exhausted and I'm like, all right, no video for a couple of days. I am really wanting to make a day in the life video now that I have a camera and it's easier to film. I just keep forgetting to set the camera by my bedstand, so I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, you're doing this. Or I'm like doing something where I feel other people wouldn't be comfortable with the camera if I'm going out in public or something. But I do plan on doing day in the life lazy day where I lay on my butt all day or something. Day in the life chore day where I do all the chores while juggling with Zaiden. Day in the life going out where I actually go out with friends and stuff like that. So I am planning on making those. I just have to remind myself to do it. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you probably in a couple days or so with more video ideas. Bye.